Aloha, beautiful high vibe tribe. It is Pink Bella. Aloha. Welcome back to my channel, my beautiful galactic starseed family. I hope everybody is well. And welcome, of course, to all light workers, 144,000, grid keepers, divine goddesses. I hope you are amazing. Happy May 2025. Can you believe it? We're in May. It's very warm while I'm recording this for you, so I have to have the fan on. So there you go. Okay, so I'm going to do a galactic collective deep dive into the Akashic Records for us for the month of May. I'm going to review the astrology a little bit, and then we're going to deep dive into the records. And before I do that, thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing out this content. Thank you for being on my channel. Let me know where you are. Let me know what topics you would like me to deep dive into this month. So I try to bring in as much starseed, galactic, ascension information on my YouTube channel, and then I deep dive into deeper topics on my Rumble channel. So thank you for following me. All my social media is in the comments as well, including my podcast on Spotify, Apple, Audible, and Amazon Music. So you can listen to this podcast. I'll be showing that over on those platforms as soon as I finish recording. So I hope you're all doing well. It has been a wild ride this year. The astrology is actually starting to pick up momentum and to support us and to bring back our energy, our motivation, and more of a support system. So we went through one of the toughest eclipse seasons and all of March into early mid-April. Then I've there was one other one in 2018. This one topped it because we also had two planets retrograde through that time period. One was Venus, which manages money, resources, time, energy, and relationships. And then Mercury was retrograde, which manages our technology, our thinking processes, communications of all kinds. And the thing is that even if you feel you get through those retrogrades on okay, the others don't. It impacts everybody, whether they're conscious of this or not. So it was a doozy. Most of us hit nervous system burnout, including myself. Many of you I know weren't well. Thank you to everyone who books with me because it gives me a real pulse with what's happening globally. By the way, everyone, if you would like to work one-on-one and have your own personal session, information is below. Major, wonderful hot ticket items at the top of my website, including one-on-one sessions, deep dive into your records, clarity, next steps, soul mission. Plus that includes quantum healing, chakra balance, and a deep dive reading as well. There's also value packages. There's work, dragon training, Jedi training, soul mission training, starseed activations, you name it, divine goddess codes. I pretty well cover everything. So check that out. I also offer home, property, and business space clearing. And I don't often share about that because there's so many other pieces that I offer, but I do offer that if that's something that you're looking at for like a spring or a fall cleaning. I've had great success with me facilitating that. And I also offer pet and animal healing and alignment as well on a crystal grid. So by the way, most of my sessions, you can receive distance on a crystal grid as well, and you receive a report. So there's two options, Zoom or that option. Okay, enough of the housework. Okay, so I have this, and this comes with my working with you one-on-one. I have this unique, it's gone up to 56 points wellness checklist, and your higher self will let me know before a session what are the key points right now. So for us as a collective for the month of May, the Galactic Alliance just gave me these points, and I feel like, let me just ask them. Okay, so the Galactic Alliance, the main essence of the Galactic Alliance today will be the Pleiadian team of alliance, because they are mainly connected with the Taurus energy, and that's what we're in right now. So that's fantastic. Thank you, everybody. So let's just ask as well a bubble of protection around all of us. The Galactic Akashic records are open for this session, and I will be using oracle cards, but the Galactic Alliance, the Pleiadian Alliance, will be channeling through me. Okay, so they're going to step in now. Thank you. They're just saying Pleiadians are here. Thank you. Okay, so they gave me a few tips to share, and this, some of you are either experiencing this or it will be some kind of experience you go through. And most, even the wellness points, I can facilitate clearing through the quantum healing, clearing through a session. Okay. So, number one, viral energy. So, some of you might still be dealing with something that's ongoing, and or you might pick up something this month. Now, a reminder, before anything comes into our physical, it enters our energetic quantum field or aura. Okay. So they're already saying it's an energy that might be impacting some of you. And then we go back to number 7, which has been coming up the last like 6 weeks. There's some of you who haven't been able to get to clear this energy. Something's still hanging on, like a cough or a runny nose. There's mucus buildup somewhere in your system, and that mucus buildup is wanting to be cleared out. Okay. So there's all different ways to do that. It would be individual, but this is just an overall see what's going on with everybody. Number 13, airborne interference, airborne particles that might be creating symptoms like cold, viruses, allergies, uh, chemtrails, and or fog. So one or the other or both. So there's actually particles that are being released now that many of you are becoming allergic to or having a reaction to. Okay. So pay attention to, like, did you just see something and then the next day you have a runny nose, that kind of thing. Okay. That's your body's natural way of clearing out the old energy and clearing all of that out. Our bodies are quite amazing. Number 24. Okay. Archon and dark ET traumas. So for some of you, so if you go through an experience that is shocking, like so shocking, so traumatic, like someone just does a 360 and yells at you or whatever, and that goes to the core of your being, that is a multidimensional trauma. That other individual could have had, I love this. This is a reminder because I've talked about this in the past. An Agent Smith could have jumped into a family member, a friend, a loved one to facilitate that. And that at the very, very top end of it all is archonic. It is cyborg. It is a way to interfere with your journey, but it's also feedback. So just know that, make note of it. If something really hits to your core, it's a multidimensional trauma. For some of you, that might be, I don't wish that on anyone, but just to let you know, it is an archonic trauma. And that could be from the Galactic Wars, that could be from any lifetime that we've had, the Orion Wars, the fall of Lyra, like it could be any fall of Atlantis, because they were there as well. They facilitated that as well. Pretty well all the big events on this planet have been Archon invented, and then they've had minions down here to facilitate it. Okay. So just to let you all know that is, for some of you, that is something that might be another next step, that you didn't know that you could have a dark ET archonic trauma. Okay. And we have all sorts of traumas that we're healing right now. Number 37. Some of you are working on clearing out personal and ancestral black magic curses and black magic spells. Still goes on. It's crazy that people out there still do this, but they do. So that is something to be aware of. Okay, like I'm hearing like the evil eye. So make sure you're using something to clear your energy. You're activating some kind of shielding system to assist you. Okay, and why even that was something handed down generations, that those individuals, they can be hired and paid to do that. They've been told that their black magic is more powerful than our light. Okay, it's not true anymore. It might have been true at some point. 42, PTSD, blocking the lower chakras and traumas being reinserted. So PTSD again might be something that's coming up for you to heal this month, to work on healing tools for that, because PTSD can get triggered for all of us just like that. Let's see, I've got 4 options, and it's lower chakras. So that would be root, sacral, solar plexus, collective, personal, galactic, or ancestral. They're saying it could be one of many, but the main one would be personal. So if you are an individual who knows that you have PTSD and it gets triggered, just let you know that is a potential for it to be triggered this month for whatever reason. I think it has to do with the planets moving. A couple of the key inner planets are moving into Aries. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. And Aries is about fire. All right, 49. This has been coming forward. I've been talking about it a lot. I did a huge deep dive on Rumble, released yesterday, so you can go check that out because I shared about this like 2 times ago here on YouTube, but I was able to get into more of it, and I will keep looking at it on Rumble as well. So 49 is the water axis interference, personal and ancestral. Right, the month of May, it's about at 49%. For some of you, which is pretty high. I usually, while I'm clearing things out for you all, it's between 30 and 40%. So it could be a personal and or ancestral or both imprinting from the water system. So what came through is that's how one of the key ways the Dark Alliance has been able to control and keep humanity out of their intuition, out of the third eye being open, is the hidden control systems in our water systems. So that could be part and parcel. If you're concerned about your water, or you have memories of certain things as a child, or you just feel like you can't, you're getting, but it's a big one right now in sessions. You can't move forward. You're going around a loop. It's to do with this. And yes, I can clear it, just to let you all know, but it was big. I think what happened with me is that 2 weeks ago, I had my higher self bring me this message in a dream, and it was an imprinting from a water lake that I'd gone swimming in when I was a child. And it turned out years later that everyone who lived in that area got very ill. So they just had me clear it. It was a piece that, these are things that our higher selves and our teams bring us because we don't know. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. And then number 52. Some of you are having resources, abundance, like leakages, and they're being diverted to another parallel reality by the dark forces. That was one that I experienced. So they do that by changing timelines. Crazy, but they still have access to do this. They can manufacture new timelines. So resources, our teams will send resources to us, and then they get diverted. And why would that be allowed? It might be a soul contract, might be just some way of going, well, okay, I'm doing all the right things. Why is everything leaking out? So they asked me to put that on the list, and they're playing with us. They want to keep everybody in poverty consciousness. This is the Dark Alliance, okay? They're not completely gone. The battle is still ongoing, and they will interfere wherever they can interfere. And then number 55. Oh, this is interesting. Actually, there were a couple of new ones that I popped in, and I shared that on the live on Monday. Property, home, or place of work interference. For some of you this month, it's going to be place of work interference. So the Dark Alliance has found they've set up portals in your workplace, and they're using kind of the Agent Smith method to jump into coworkers. So high alert, just remember, we have all planets direct until May 4th, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Let me go to the astrology, and I'll just do a little review, and then I'll pull some cards for us. Okay, so let's do a little review. So we're in May 2025. All planets are direct until May 4th when Pluto goes retrograde. And it's going retrograde in Aquarius. It's going to be retrograde in Aquarius, for a few months. I think I heard till fall. And I will have, I'll bring in some deeper information for some of these key points as we move along May. But as I'm recording this, I could only find out like early information. So Pluto will be going retrograde May 4th. Anytime Pluto goes retrograde in any energy, we usually all feel it. So giving you a heads up about that, our pets feel it as well, okay? We also have the 5/5 portal on May 5th. And Mercury is entering Taurus on the 10th, which is good. Mercury is like full steam ahead. By the end of by May 26th, Mercury is going to have zipped into Gemini. Right now, Mercury is in Aries. So let me just look at this. Venus is in Aries, Mercury is in Aries as I'm recording this, Mars is in Leo. But by May 26th, Mercury will be zipping along and into Gemini. And that Mercury fast-paced energy is the momentum that we need to be excited, to bring passion back, to start working on some new things or to complete things, okay? It's bringing our energy back. Okay, let me just see. The sun enters Gemini on the 20th. Before that, there's a full moon in Scorpio on May 12th, so pay attention to that. It usually does impact whatever sign it's in, it usually impacts that individual. So if you're a Scorpio, heads up about that. That's May 12th. Let me just see. Then there's a new moon on the 27th in Gemini. Okay. The other key point that's on this list is Saturn also enters Aries on May 25th. So Saturn's going to be moving into a fire energy as well. Let me just see. Okay, Jupiter and so Venus, Mars, and Mercury are all like they're all going to be conjunct this Jupiter and Gemini at some point in May. And that's also going to give like a reset and a boost of energy, momentum, and creativity and joy. Okay, so that as well. Uranus is very closely connected to the Palladian system. Let me just see if there's anything. Nothing specific. There's some Uranus conjunct points, but Uranus is very closely connected to Pleiades, so is the Taurus energy. So those of you who resonate, there's going to be more starseed activations this month. There's going to be more starseed awakenings, especially those of you who are connected to the Palladian star system, okay? And yes, I do offer Starseed Origins in one of the Galactic Starseed sessions and packages as well. So that would, if those of you who are new and you would like to know your Starseed Origins, all right? Okay, so this movement, the movement of Venus, Mars, Mercury, and the Jupiter and Gemini will give us a boost of energy and bring back a restoration of hope and trust and wanting to move forward, okay? All right, that's all I wrote down for the astrology. And I feel like that's it. Jupiter will be moving out of Gemini into Cancer, I believe around the 9th or 10th of June. Okay. And it's been in Gemini for a while, so we'll see. Yeah, I believe it moves into Cancer. When Jupiter moves, we also feel that as well. Like Jupiter and Saturn. So Saturn's moving this month. So that would be, I feel like, the biggest. Pluto retrograde at the beginning. And Saturn moving into Aries on the 25th is huge as well, because the Saturn and Jupiter move, we feel it. But so we've got a couple of little blips to keep us on our toes, including that full moon in Scorpio. So let's ask, what do we need to know for all of us for the month of May? We have solar light upgrades. Yeah, we're going to start to see more solar flares. The sun's been a little quiet, but I see something's already on its way as I'm recording it today. Venusian Galactic Council, so that is connected to the Venus movement, and Venus is in Aries. And I believe Venus will be in Aries until maybe the 6th or 7th of June, and then she'll move as well. So Aries is all about empowerment, self-worth, believing in ourselves. So this is going to be a very powerful month for the Divine Goddess. And then we have the Holy Grail. This one wanted to come out too, Soul Star activation, okay? So this is for all of us. So they're going to channel through me. Solar plexus chakra, willpower. So another boost of energy, like I was just sharing, for us all to feel inner power, inner fire. That's that Aries energy moving us along. You know, getting all jazzy. They're saying getting all jazzy and like all hopeful and light at the end of the tunnel, which many of us need. Doesn't matter where we are on the planet, there's always seems to be some big doom and gloom story. Okay, Venusian Galactic Council. So I'm going to deep dive into this council because I feel like they are actually managing the moon energy now, and so I'll do that on Rumble. But anyway, the Venusian, since Venus has gone direct, and then there was the Libra full moon the same day, it just felt very lighter and brighter to me as well. But anyway, this message is star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. So this boost of energy with Venus for many of you is really going to, it's going to, you know, if you're not in that self-love, self-care, this is going to push you into it and help you make that a priority. Okay, the higher vibrational and belief systems we have within and caring for ourselves, you know, emanates out into our quantum field and our reality. Then we have the Holy Grail. So still a very powerful time for inner discovery, going within, and a reminder that you are what you seek. So there will be lessons for any of us trying to seek something outside of ourselves when the answers are within, and that we have to restore. We have to start retraining ourselves to restore it within before it can align without if, and I'm hearing round peg square. Is that the right? Square peg round hole. So so I'm just hearing that if you're trying to make something or someone fit into your energy frequency, that's not the way to do it anymore. The way is to work on your frequency. That people place thing will vibrate towards you naturally. If it's not, that means that that individual people place thing is not the right frequency for you, also known as not on the same timeline as you. So you can keep pushing it and going around. And just a reminder, square peg, round hole. Let's look at it another way. Your frequency might be at 75%. That individual might be at 45% because they are at a point in their lives where they're working on, that's just an example. They're working on a trauma that just got triggered, an inner child trauma. So trying to bring those frequencies together is like oil and water. Okay. So just a reminder, when if you're trying to like grab onto something, been here, been there, and pull it towards you, and it's like oil and water, it repels it. It's because it's going within and working on yourself and asking your higher self, what are my next steps? Okay. Then we have the soul star activation. This is fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. So a very powerful month for those downloads, galactic downloads, personal downloads, guidance, higher intuition coming forward for you, as well as clearing out those soul contracts and vows that are no longer working for you. And they might be ancestral imprints as well. Yeah, it looks like a very powerful and a jazzy, jazzy month. I love it. Pleiadians are being hilarious today. Okay. Let's move on now to, okay, they're saying to go to the Galactic Tarot first, and then I will pull some of the extra cards for us as well. Yes, I think I covered all of the offers. There's a mini mentorship and a full mentorship offer on my website, and they all come with like different gem frequencies and the immune boost, abundance boost, and light shield upgrade boost pack. So check that out. If that is speaking to you, we would work one-on-one every 2 weeks. Okay. All right. Let's go. There's going to be some other things as well with the dragons, but I will bring that to you next video. Okay. So, wow. High Priestess came in, intuition, also discontentment and boredom. And then we have truth. I'm hearing the truth will set you free. Deception and envy is at the bottom of the deck, but they're telling me below that, third eye chakra. Wow. Okay. These are going to be our initiations and tests for this month. Okay. This is why we're empowering ourselves with our new intuitive gifts, our superpowers, so that we know there's something not quite right here. You may have to go within and ask your higher self what the real story is. Okay. So intuition, which is the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, discontentment and boredom, balance. I can already see a divine feminine, divine masculine message. Truth, got the Sun card. And there's the overall cards. Third eye, deception and envy. And then we have, wow, we have the King of Pentacles, which has been coming forward a lot lately. Oh, there's also the King of Cups at the bottom, and that is, yeah, they're kind of opposing forces. Okay, so I'm looking at this a couple different ways. So I'm going to bring in both messages. So right off the bat, I'm saying like, okay, intuition, High Priestess, our superpowers going within what I just shared, and that this is an incredibly powerful month to tap into your superpowers and expand them. That's an ace, that's a fire sign, that's Aries. So this is a very powerful month to expand your intuitive abilities. Okay. In the middle, boredom and discontent. So this is for any individuals who aren't there yet. And it might be a relationship, it might be a job, it might be like representation of that, of you, or like the ending of something that is like, it has to dissolve because of the frequency changes. And then we have balance, and it really is about maybe realizing I gave 300% to that job. I lost years to that job and they didn't honor me. I lost years to that relationship. I've spent all this time trying to get approval from my family, and and bring the energy back to yourself, bring the balance back to yourself. Okay, now they're saying to look at it a different way. Your divine feminine energy, divine feminines, your superpowers, and this is masculines too who really have a really strong intuitive side. You're really going to notice a shift in your abilities this month, like how and you're being guided. We all are. We're being guided to go within and ask for guidance and use these tools. Like it's a fresh start. It's a fresh new beginning. Okay. Divine masculine energy is frustrated and bored with going around in circles and in loops, and they are trying to find their way out. So see that castle in the background. They want to get there, but they can't figure out how to. So divine masculines are like shedding this masculine energy and wanting to be more intuitive, and they're you, me, all of us, that masculine energy within is bored and it wants to start something new. It wants that energy to go from one timeline to another. So again, a great month to find something that will get you all back enjoying your passion and in your heart chakra. Okay, if something in your personal world is not working, find something that you can dive into that will open up your heart chakra and bring you joy and focus. Okay, then at the end. Overall, the overall message is a couple of them. So much truth is going to come out. We're going to see so much truth. This is how we know we're using our intuition, because not only what's going on out in the real world, but so many truths are going to come out in the real world. That's going to shock many, many people. It is connected to things that have gone awry with the system that's impacting families, children, everything like that for a new beginning. So many of us are prepared for some of this, but there's still going to be some shocks, they're saying. And by the end of the month, or even say by the 20th, by the time Mercury gets into Gemini, it's going to be like boom, 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 information overload. So remember to take care of yourself and unplug and withdraw when you need to. Okay, well, this is super interesting because they kind of go hand in hand. So first, deception and envy. So this is going to be some of our initiations this month about someone saying one thing, but I'm already feeling this pain in my heart chakra. So let's say you were up for a project at work and for sure it was going to be a shoe in, and then there's this big flip at the end, and no, they're telling you no, you didn't get it, and they give you some reason. You know in your heart that they're not telling you the truth, they're deceiving you, right? The decision was made, didn't have anything to do with you, it had to do with something else. And this individual is sneaky and two-faced. So that's the King of Cups. Okay. This also could really cover pretty well any governing energy at this time on the planet. I have to laugh because the movie is so crazy. So there's gonna be some of that. We're gonna be navigating, like, do I believe that? Do I believe that? That's where we have to hone in on our intuition and or unplug. Okay, the other interesting thing, this is what I just shared. We're to use our intuitive abilities. We're to use our third eye. We're to withdraw from what we're being told, go with how we're feeling. So as an example, I get super, super nauseous when I absolutely know there's dark energy or entities attached to somebody. It just comes over me like so quickly. Nothing wrong with that individual. They're usually attached to a trauma. This is what I've just learned over years and years of doing this work. But um, our third eye opening right now will set us free. Like it'll be our truth frequency. It will be this, right? And then what came in, but that was the King of Pentacles, because there's a lot of information flying in and around about the new financial system and how it's going to go down. And it can be very scary. A lot of the changes right now can be very scary. But I just know what Prime Source and the Pleiadians are sharing with me. Everyone will be taken care of. Everyone is loved and supported by Source. It's the energy on Earth and who has been controlling it that has put this fear in you. And the fear has been there for lifetimes, and it's been imprinted on your lower chakras to keep you in that low vibration of fear and survival. And it also was imprinted on your ancestral. So we're doing a lot of healing. So just know that there's enough for everybody. That's what I'm hearing. There is enough abundance, prosperity for everyone. Make that checkpoint about jealousy or envy, because that's an old trick of the Dark Alliance, because they're absolutely reminding yourselves there's enough for everybody. That's a very powerful reading for this month. Okay. Now I'm going to just pull a couple more cards. What else do we need to know for all of us for this month? Number 39, transmutation, cellular intelligence. So we're going to be, using something like the violet flame to transmute old energy. So as an example, like what I just shared, fear comes up, jealousy comes up. So you use the tool to transmute that into, it's just an energy, and we just let it go. Okay. And your cells are like on high alert all the time. We have cellular intelligence. So we're going to be, it's like we're going to be very diamond like this month because of all the planets being direct. Okay. What else do we need to know for this, except for Pluto? Yeah. Pluto's an outer planet though. So it's impacting us in kind of background ways. Yeah. Not so much like the inner planets are all supporting us. Super interesting. I'm gonna pull 3 more cards because okay, there we go. So for those of us who are on the divine goddess, Sisterhood of the Rose, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene path, this is a big month with Venus as well for us all to step into our abilities and our powers and remembering our gifts from other lifetimes. Okay, we have Sisterhood of the Rose and Priestess. Then we have Break the Chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So a reminder, some things that we are triggered within us are not just from us or other lifetimes, from ancestral imprinting and karma from these ancestral imprints, and also where we came in to recode that and change our life, change our destiny. Okay. Yeah. Okay. One final dragon and crystal message for this month. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull another one. That one's there we go. That one was a little intense, I think. Yeah. Do we need that one? No. Yeah, I didn't really shuffle. That was too intense. After that very high, powerful reading, I thought, can't show that dragon. Okay. For the divine goddesses that I just shared, Kuan Yin's pink dragon. Oh, I have to share a little story with you. So I went to go get some of my favorite oolong tea at my little local store, and they were out. It wasn't there. So I thought, well, I really was craving oolong. And so had to look through all the different containers and translations, and I found one that actually said on the English translation it was Kuan Yin oolong tea, and I was like, that's the one for me. Love it. It's just amazing. So Kuan Yin is in and around all of us, assisting us. I work with her in the dragons for the Divine Goddess Jedi training, as well as the Divine Goddess Codes sessions and the dragon training. Okay. So Kuan Yin's pink dragons bring in a firm love that resets your karmic balance. See everything being dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. So a month of us being called to like just say, okay, that's the way they're acting, but I'm going to be compassionate. Most of the times we're needing to be compassionate for ourselves, that sometimes we can't be around certain people. Sometimes you can't force someone to see what you can see, but you can go within and just align with that internal divine goddess of self-worth and self-love. So Kuan Yin is here this month to assist us to do that. But we also have another earth and water dragon, one of my favorite dragons. So we got that earth energy, which is Taurus energy. Water is, well, I just shared with you, blessing the water before you drink it, just acknowledging how lucky we are to all have access to water, because water is the gift of life. It is 90% of what we are, and it's the frequency of the earth as well. Okay. So create the foundations for new growth. The earth on the water dragon assists that for new intentions. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. I love that. And what crystal do we need or would represent all of us for this month? I think I'll pick 2. Since 2 has been coming out. Yes, that's a good thing that I decided to do that. Okay. So this is kind of like either a clear quartz or a selenite. Like it's a number 30, cerussite, which is not common at all. It's for travel, root, and crown chakra. So I would say the closest with both of them, either a clear quartz or a selenite to keep with you for this month to help you stay aligned, balanced, and crystal clear with your guidance. And then I love this for the new abundance and new beginnings. Jade. Number 21, good luck, aligning it with abundance and your heart chakra. I love that. Okay, beautiful High Vibe Tribe. That is our Galactic Akashic Record deep dive for the month of May. Thank you for being here, liking, subscribing, sharing it out. Comment below. Let me know how you are all doing, what you would like me to look at next. If you'd like to work with me again, hot ticket items one-on-one, either to deep dive into your Akashic records for clarity, soul mission guidance, new directions, clearing old timelines, helping you to level up and move into where you would like to go, new job, new home, all of that amazing things. And or there's a package as well to really help you get going, plus the mini mentorship or mentorship offers. So check that out. Love to work with you. Yes, there's also Galactic Akashic Record sessions as well, which includes your starseed origins and more of your galactic information. Sunny love and aloha, everyone. Thank you for being here. Be back soon. Love from PinkBella. Take care.